All right. So you said got the question right here. So what do you think then?
I think the world's an all right place, but it's kind of weird how it's kind of going Trump the way Trump is running things. It's kind of in this country.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because he's having all these people gunning for us now, and
Hmm. I guess what do you think the world needs then? What do you think the U.S. needs to better itself? You think it needs a new bet? Do you think it needs a new president? Do
they
you think
need a new president.
a new
Yeah,
president? What kind of president?
a good president, a president that will be beside the people and
Hmm.
well, as for the people and Trump, he's just running it kind of weird.
Now, I guess why don't you make a change? Why don't you start making a change in the country?
I will.
You will? How will you?
I don't know.
You don't know? I like that mindset though. You will.
Yeah,
Um, I guess what's one message to the world right now that needs to know about the U.S.
that we need to build ourselves a better country
Hmm.
and rebuild ourselves.
Rebuild ourselves. Do you
Yeah.
think we need to destroy this one to rebuild a new one?
No, I don't think
No.
that, but
Do you think we need a revolution?
maybe.
Maybe. Okay. I guess why don't you think people will do that? Why don't you think a lot of people right now they're comfortable in their homes eating and food and shit
Yeah,
like that, but they're still sitting back and doing jack shit. So
yeah,
I guess why do you think people sit back and do nothing and they know all this bad things are coming?
exactly.
Hmm. So I guess yeah. Why don't you think people are getting up and doing something?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Probably because they're just lazy and don't want to do anything about it.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Well, what I think of this world is, I think it's, I think it's, I hate when they say Black Lives Matter, and it's the black people that's really killing each other.
Yeah.
But then I hate when they say the N word, but it's the us that say the N word the most. But
Hmm.
when somebody else say it, they get assaulted. So I feel like this world, it's a hypocrite. It's a hypocritical world
Yeah. Well,
because of, so
I was gonna say, what do you think the world needs?
the world needs to just be for each other and be honest and just love,
Uh huh.
care.
Why don't you think people do show care and love to others?
I feel like that because it's like so it's jealousy. Everybody want to be over somebody.
And what do you think about the U.S. right now?
I think the U.S. is it's just like any other country. It's what you make it.
That's what you make it. You think the people make the country then?
I think the president don't. Yes, I think we do because we let the president, we let the that the politics
Uh huh.
confuse our mind from what's really going on,
Yeah.
and we get focused on something else that we really need to be focused on ourselves. If everybody focus on themselves, the world will be a better place. No
Yeah.
felon, none of that. I'm just homeless.
And I guess how did you get homeless?
I went to rehab
Uh
out
huh.
here and I graduated,
Oh, you graduated over here?
but my baby mom got killed.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse, but I just tried to not think.
Uh huh.
I tried to soak the pain, but
Yeah.
it's still there.
No.
And I just dug myself a deeper hole.
Mhm.
But my head's still above.
Yeah.
So
Hey, will you make it out?
I am.
You are.
I am.
I like that confidence. I hope you do, man. I really do.
I am.
I think I
I
got like.
am. And, I am.
Uh huh.
I try to try or I hope. I know I'm gonna make it out 'cause I got a good heart and I'm fighting the battle
Yeah. I,
without doing nothing wrong to nobody, but just action. God with me, no matter what. I know this. But that's the honest I can be to y'all. And that was just the truth from my heart. You gotta hear trust.
Thank you for this interview, bro.
Good,
Because
thank
a
y'all.
lot of people don't want to talk about it. They just say no, thank you, and just dip.
Yeah, because they think they too good for where they at until they get to the bottom and they don't know how to get back up and they gonna be stuck. So they
Yeah.
should think about this.
Yeah.
Do like this. Suck in the air. Let it back out.
Uh huh.
Are you in prison doing it?
No,
Are you dead?
no.
The world is amazing.
I like that opinion. I really do, just because, you know, I sometimes think the world is bad, but at the same time, the bad things bring out the good things. So we know what's good and bad. We can't have good without bad.
You gotta have them both.
Yeah,
It's
just like
conjugal
life and death.
existence. One got to be here for the other. If it wasn't no bad, it wouldn't be no good. If it
Yeah.
wasn't no good, it wouldn't be no bad. It just exists plain.
Left, right, up, down, same shit.
So you got to have one for the other.
Yeah.
The evil got to exist for the good. Satan wouldn't. If you never made a Satan, God wouldn't even be for no purpose. Same with the opposite. You got to accept it, but you can't take what's going on around you and compile it and equate it to the existence of yourself. That's all yourself. There's 3 people in history that taught you that. You got the Buddhists, they taught you that. You got the Muslims, they teach you that. And you got the Nation of Islam, and they teach you that too. All of them are African American derived. So if you go back to the roots of people, black people, you'll learn peace and individuality. You'll learn that God didn't come here to make you happy. He didn't come here to protect you from suffering. Sometimes you must suffer so somebody else to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to go through. You got to realize it ain't about what I think about this world. Because what I think about the world only pertains to me, my perception. I'm a pilgrim on the edge of my perception. There were you. So what you think about the world, I care. At the same time, I don't, because when you walk away from me, it's only going to matter to you. So that's why when you think about the world, it's amazing. It's fantastic.
I like
you know
that.
Why? Take a deep breath. Suck it in. Breathe it out. Are you in prison doing that?
Nope.
Are you dead?
Nope.
Blessed. Remember my name?
Something like that.
Yeah.
My name is Prophet Ju Allah.
Eddie.
Nice to meet you, sir. I was born 700 years ago. You know that?
Nope.
No, you know how I know I was born 700 years ago?
How?
That's when they first traced the Asiatic black man. My DNA is from 700 years ago. I'm an Asiatic black man. You know what the Asiatic black man is? Before they stole the continent of Asia and became Africa, when Africanos invaded it, it was known as Asia Minor, the lower part of Asia. Therefore, African Americans are really just Asian Americans. The original man is Asiatic. He's a black man. His skin is as black as his. He look Chinese, but his skin is as black as his. He's an Asiatic black man. He was woolly hair. You know who they describe when they describe Jesus Christ? An Asiatic black man. You know why? Because that's who created Earth. The Asiatic black man. They're the first people, the makers, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth. Before them, there was no European, there was no Latino, there was no natives of America. They can trace them back to the Asiatic black man. So when you think about this, the Asiatic black man 700 years ago created Earth in the capacity for which we comprehend it.
Yeah.
You take that thought, and you say, okay, you apply it to today's science. You've been here before for a long time.
Yeah.
Your grandparents' DNA is in you, right?
Yeah.
Their history, their lineage, their teachings, their heritage, it's all in you. You think that DNA just came from them? No, their grandparents is in them too. And so forth, and so forth, and so forth. Therefore, your great, 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 great grandfather who didn't have an idea that you were going to exist the way that you exist, he's in you right now. His knowledge is in you, his experience, his teachings. I know how to fish really good. You know why? My family is a long line of fishermen. So I'm a really good fisherman. Do I fish for a living? Absolutely not. But the reason why you have those lessons and they instilled in you is because that's what follows. That's the DNA. That's the technique that they put within you. It's also how they control people too, though. I'll tell you that another day.
I guess why have we separated so far from the main bloodline that you said?
Because you're supposed to.
We supposed
If you know that you're powerful, then you're not going to do what people tell you to do, right? You're going to do what you know to do.
Yeah.
So if I make a living and I get rich off of making you consume oil, coffee, and I'm talking about all the stuff that we consume, marijuana, I smoke weed, drinking if you drink alcohol, shoes if you're a shoe person, clothes if you're a clothes person, I build cars, I'm a consumer. Now what you consume, because you're going to consume to exist. What you consume is being controlled. If I control what you consume, you make a living in order to make me happy. I keep you consuming, my grandkids don't work. I keep you consuming, their grandkids don't work. Here's the trick. Not only do I keep you consuming, I teach you that the only way you can exist is by paying attention to this, to be able to buy this, to work your ass off, to earn this, to live at this status, to have these things. All of this stuff, if you Wizard of Oz, you pull the veil back, it's really just a small group of people saying, I need some more money so that my kids don't work. So they kids don't work.
Yeah.
Generational wealth isn't built on the ideology of today. If I build generational wealth for me, I'm only building wealth for me. If I build generational wealth for my son's son, that's where I'm gonna make money. So how you do that? Y'all getting that gas too. So how do you do that? How do you get that out and break the cycle? You start looking at the world as if it needs to be fixed. You start looking at yourself as if it needs to be fixed. And then you become the change you want to see in the world. Everything is a perspective. That's how they get you to, this is how you get tricked, man. If you had a solid foundation in your mentals, if you were raised with a solid foundation in your mentals, then you would move in a way that people can't control you. So you would do things differently. Go to Costco. I don't know if y'all ever been to Costco. You ain't got to go inside, but go to Costco or Sam's Club and sit outside and watch the group of people that shop there. They go to Walmart on 52nd Street. They go there and watch the people that shop there. It's not because you don't have anything. It's not. It's social. It's the way that people are taught. A social environment is taught to you. When you were born, you didn't know nothing. You didn't know right from wrong. You just knew to exist. The actual thing that naturally comes to a person is to eat, self-preservation. Other than that, you don't care about shit else. So now, as you start going through life, your parents teach you don't hit nobody. So now you got to learn I'm not supposed to strike people. Don't take things from people if it's not yours. I'm not supposed to steal. Okay? You think the don'ts are the only things that you're learning? No. Do be kind to people. Do be kind to people because that's the way of the world. Say thank yous and please because that's the way of the world. But in the end, you also get taught bullshit. So racism is taught. You don't wake up one day and say, as a black man, I hate white people. As a white person, I hate black people. No, you don't just get beat up in school one day and be like, I can't stand all black people in the world because a black person beat me up. No, somebody is teaching you that these people are wrong. These people are evil. Somebody teaching black people. Don't trust white people. They want to take advantage of Asian people. Teach their people. Don't mess with nobody outside of your culture. These are things that are taught to you. So everything is a perception. Everything is about what you take in, how you digest it, how you can filter out the bullshit and the real shit. I rap. I do music. I got a line that I say, I'm bulimic. You be feeding me, but I ain't eating shit. So I ain't taking no nutrients from what they throwing out in social media, what they throwing in your face. They got a lot of stuff going on that they disguise the real behind it. And people have no choice but to eat it. You are what you eat, even mentally. If I'm feeding you bullshit, your mind is bullshit.
Yeah.
If I have you sit down and read actual facts, read the Bible, read the Quran, and then I want you to turn around and read something educational 3 times throughout the day for 30 minutes a day, your brain is going to start to become healthier. So you got to think about that. Like, okay, what are you feeding yourself? I get on social media to do one thing only. I market. I care less what anybody else says or anything else. I don't care. I'm not into the drama or none of that. Because if I get into it, I'm consuming it. Even if I'm just scrolling, I'm consuming all of this nonsense and my brain is mushy now. Yeah, you got to keep that exercise just like you got to do a bicep, a core, your legs. You work it out through repetition. The repetition isn't necessarily reading, it's the act of doing something productive. If you get up and do something productive sitting, and you walk away and you get in your kitchen, you're going to be in that bitch like, you know what?
I guess for the people that are stuck in eating, all the bullshit today, how can they get out? What's the advice that you would give to them?
Man, I'll tell you. I think learn who you are, bro. You gotta discover who you are. Learn your history, your family history, and shit like that. That'll get you right where you need to be.
I can't tell anybody else. It just happens to a person individually. I was in prison for 12 years. During my 12-year tenure, they put me in solitary confinement for a year straight. And my year straight, I decided that I was going to sit here and learn about myself. And instead of me wanting to come out, I didn't want to come out of solitary confinement. I learned that I'm happier with myself than I am with other people because I discovered who I am. I discovered that I'm a good person. I was in prison, and I smiled one day because I was like, I'm not even a bad dude, man. I made a mistake, but I'm not a bad dude. I'm very powerful. I have potential. I care for others. I see the potential in others, and I want them to see it too. I learned that while sitting by myself, reading, because I ain't had nothing else to do. So I just read, and I became Buddhist in there, and I followed the path of enlightenment and found enlightenment and learned like, hey, man, you know what? All of this stuff that I had, ever have, it's useless. It's really freaking meaningless. I've had it all. I still got a lot of stuff. And I lose shit. My truck got repossessed last week and I got it back. And that's a swing. That's a swing that I don't know if you ain't old enough to understand it, but you go get a car on a loan and then you don't finish the loan, they take it from you. They take that car back. Now, you owe still on that car. You don't just end that. It's not over. You still owe and your car gone. That's what normally happens. God be with people that do good things and he watch you in your ways. I was sick, lost my job, lost 3 months of payments. They came and took my truck. I was sick about that. I was sad, depressed, and everything because I was holding on to the possessiveness of it. It seemed like the same exact day that I gave up possessiveness over all that shit. It was like, it don't even fucking matter. I bounced back, man. Ain't nothing. I started being stressed. My wife came in there and was like, I found out the way to get the car back. I'm finna go get it back right now. And she went and got that bitch back the same fucking day. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? That's how it worked. But as soon as I gave up on everything, it seemed to come right to me. The attractions of life usually work like that. When you look like I already got it, it come right to you.
And I give you one little last word. My little last word. Advice to the world, bro. Do better. Drink a lot of water. Hug your mama. You know what I'm saying? If you got your mom, hug your mama.
Yeah.
Drink water, but don't never think the world is a bad place. Saying, I'll tell you this, it could always be worse.
Yeah.
All right? Remember that.
Thank you.